Hello and welcome to more Vintage Cube Draft. What do we got in this pack? We got the Tubby Dragon. Love this guy. Library of Alexandria is a great first pick. Duress, Adanto Vanguard, Oust, and things. I think I'm just going to take Library. It goes in any deck. It's a great card. And none of these cards are too good that I would just like windmill slam them over it. Fastbond is a very fun card, but it's kind of hit or miss. And yeah, this is great. Ooh, Library into Jace. Pretty good combo. Library Inquisition is good. Like, basically, there's a couple different directions you can go with Library. You can go with it in the, like, multicolor, or basically the deck with a bunch of, like, 1-mana interactive spells. And then you just, like, turn 2, you Library, and then Inquisition them, and then Spell Pierce their play. The other way is just to do it with, like, a bunch of card draw. You can have, like, Jace to refill your hand to reactivate Library and things. So I think I just take Jace. I love Volcanic Inquisition and things, but Jace is powerful. Powerful and good. Here we have Creeping Tar Pit, Inferno Titan, Raphelos, Day of Judgment, Imperial Seal. I'm going to take the Tar Pit. It's a really good card. Blue-black is an excellent archetype, and I'm down to have a bit of fun. Verdant Catacombs, Treasure Cruise. I mean, Treasure Cruise is good with Library, but it's just fine on its own. I think I just take the Catacombs. There is a Bolas's Citadel and an Oath of Druids, which could be kind of fun, and I cannot get both of them. But I think either one of those wheeling would be fine. Ooh, there's a Birthing Pod. There's also just like Ugin, Brain Freeze, Golgari Signet, Cabal Ritual. I mean, I think Ugin's a very good card. It's expensive, but it is good. I really love Birthing Pod. I don't think the colors that I have right now lend themselves towards Pod, although never really too late. The good thing about Jace is you can put cards you've drawn back in. You know what? Let's Birthing Pod it up. You don't get to Birthing Pod too often. It's time. Craterhoof. See, the thing is, it's really hard to go up to 8 mana for Birthing Pod. You mostly want things at like the 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like a couple 6s at the top. So like, I think I'm going to take Phyrexian Rager. It's not a great card, but it's good with Birthing Pod. This is more of a stipulation than anything. Like, I don't think Birthing Pod is optimal, but it is a bit of fun. Here we can take Windswept Heath, Mother of Runes, Garruk. I think I'm just going to take the... I don't know, Maelstrom Pulse is pretty good too. We're going to go all in Birthing Pod. We're going to take the Heath. Ooh. Yawgmoth and Avalanche Riders are both good. Avalanche Riders is more fun. There's also a Taiga, which would be nice. This is hard. Riders is more fun. Yeah, we'll just take the more fun card. Yawgmoth would be... I wish I could have both, to be honest. Oh, we get the Tubby Dragon! Ooh, Avengers is good too, but I'm down for the Dragon. It's a really good 5-drop. It's hasty. Ooh, Midnight Reaper? Oh, there's so many good options here. Midnight Reaper is actually really awesome with Birthing Pod. Kroxa is pretty hard to pot away, so I guess I just take the Reaper here. Because this means like when you start potting things away, you get more cards, and I don't think Yawgmoth can come around, but if it does, that would be awesome as well. Inferno Titan, exactly the card I wanted to see. That's a great top end. We don't have any red mana currently, but you just hit it off Birthing Pod. You have Jace. Jace, you have Inferno Titan in hand, you brainstorm Inferno Titan on top of your deck, and then you Birthing Pod your Goldspan Dragon into Inferno Titan. We even get Imperial Recruiter, which is honestly a pretty good card. I kind of want to take Copperline Gorge, but I think the Recruiter is really nice for like playing and starting combos. Honestly, Elish Norn is a good top end as well. Forge Master on 5 doesn't really do anything, so I'll take a Kithian. And wow, Mom too. Nobody respects white. Mother of Runes is so good. I don't understand. I get that not everyone's always playing to win, but a lot of people are. And if you are playing to win, last pick Mother of Runes just seems absurd. Here we can take Oracle of Moldiah, Muldrifter, Bloodbraid Elf, Dark Confidant. Might kill me, but it is pretty good. You do need a critical mass of 2s, although oddly enough, I think there's a chance Confidant comes around. Bloodbraid Elf doesn't work with... Well, it doesn't work to hit off Birthing Pod, but it's good to sacrifice. Because you play it, you get the effect, and then you pod things away. But I think Bloodbraid Elf is going to come around. It's not a card a lot of people take. So we're really deciding between Drifter and Confidant. I think I'm just going to take the Drifter. It's just so good at so many points, and hopefully we can wheel other things. Ooh, Zealous Conscripts is awesome. I mean, we can Conscripts and then untap the Birthing Pod, and then get Inferno Titan. It's just a great card overall. I think Arbor Elf would be awesome and things, but we're just going to take this. That also opens us up to be Kiki Pod. Like, we could just get rid of all these other cards and just go, like, Imperial Recruiter. Like, yeah, Kiki Jiki is actually now a great card for us. We just need a couple a couple more 4-drops in our deck. Well, you ask for 4-drops and you get Gonti. Oh, man. I really need this Blood Crypt, Gilded Goose, Yavimaya. Like, I need all of these. But 3s are pretty easy to fill. 4s are more challenging. Gonti's a really sweet card. Could also, I mean, Wormcoil seems good too, but there's plenty of 6-drops. I'm going to take this 4-drop. Okay, I think at this point I maybe just have to take Prismatic Vista, because the mana in this deck is going to be a nightmare. And this helps. I know Knight of the Reliquary is okay. Legionnaire is an interesting combo with Birthing Pod and whatever, but sometimes you gotta guarantee things. Okay. Blackleaf Clips helps with the mana. Cosima, I hate this card. It just seems so bad. Revoker's great. Thragtusk is good. I think I'm gonna take the mana here because we're gonna wheel some creature out of that pack. And really, like, I'm sure at the end of this we're gonna have some creatures that are just there to fill the curve. But the mana is kind of at a premium. I really want... I mean, at this point, we're kind of Grixis. We'll see. Chromox, Pernicious Deed. I know Prime Speaker Vannifar is cute or whatever. I honestly, even in a Birthing Pod deck, I don't think this card is reasonably playable. It's just so slow. And people are going to complain, but I don't think it's good. It's the benefit of Birthing Pod is it doesn't die to creature-based removal. Like, if you're building a board out and they have Wrath of God, you can play it by sandbagging creatures and then like playing them and potting. Prime Speaker Vannifar just plays right into Wrath of God, which is the biggest way to lose matchups like this anyway. So it just seems a bit silly. Here, I think I'm going to take Raging Ravine because something good is going to come from this pack. If I wheel Vannifar and don't have enough playables, like sure, I'll take it. But I think that won't happen most likely. Eternal Witness, Kavu, and Chupacabra. I guess I take the Chups. I like all of these. Kitesail Freebooter on 2 is great. Darkslick Shores. Kolaghan's Command is awesome. I think I'm going to take the Booter. It's not the greatest card to sacrifice, but it's okay. Fergie is fine. Daredevil is pretty good, actually, off of Birthing Pod. So we'll take that. Passing. I like Rampage and stuff, but Daredevil could be anything. It could even cast Ingrass Rampage. Okay, we do get Arbor Elf. That requires us to have Forests. Our best chance, though. If we can get the fetches for it in pack 3, we could go deep. Here we get Gilded Goose. That one's quite nice over Soulscar, Yavimaya Elder. Right now I have 2 good 3-drops. Yeah, we really want to, like, Goose is good fixing, and it maximizes our chances of turn 2 Birthing Pod. Spirit of the Labyrinth, Whisperwood. I have enough 5s. I guess I take the Legionnaire because I'm unlikely to get white mana. Like, this is just a colorless creature. Don't want any of these. Eidolon, I guess? I don't know. You know, I guess I'll try Vannifar. It's probably not going to end up in the deck, so don't get your hopes up. But it is a card. Alright, last pack. We could take Yorion. Yorion is absurd. Polluted Delta, Steam Vents we can get off of neither of our fetches, but it is an important mana fixer. Honestly, I feel like at this point I might just need a Steam Vents. My deck is largely red-blue and yeah, we'll just take Steam Vents. Honestly, I don't even know if I can take Mox Ruby. Like, it's pretty good, but I almost just need more creatures instead. I guess it is on color. Okay, I'll take the Mox. I talked myself into it. Leovold's a good 3. Ooh, Lotus Cobra? Scrubland we can get with Verdant Catacombs and Windswept Heath. So that does help with black-white, and then I can wheel one of these? Okay. Man, drafting Birthing Pod is so much work for not much payoff, but it is fun. Here I can take Kitchen Finks. I love Manatithe. Nissa would be good, but I think we need Finks at 3, especially with how much damage Birthing Pod's going to be doing to us. Ooh, okay. Now we have some good ones. Knight of Autumn I like more than Rex Age. Sakura Tribuilder is okay, but I think Rabbleman is good. Opposition Agent is fine. I think I'm going to take Knight of Autumn. And we're looking for... This is a 3, so we need a couple more 2s, because Eidolon of Obstruction is just really bad. At this point, we probably need Bloodstained Mire for the mana. I know Mystic is good. Siege Gang would be sweet in Bolt, but the mana in this deck is going to be definitely challenging. I don't know if we're going to make Arbor Elf work, but we're going to try. Yeah, actually, Bloodstained Mire is pretty good now, because I have Bloodstained Mire. All of these can get turn 1 white. They cannot get turn 1 green. Actually, some of them can. Oh, wow. This is the pack we needed. I feel like Savannah really helps with the mana because we want green-white early and black-red later. I do really like Noble Hierarch more than Arbor Elf though, and it does help with all of our colors, but I have 25 playable, so I am going to make some cuts. So I think I just take this Savannah. Okay. Then this pack. Wow. There are some. Why are these cards going so late? What is everyone taking? Steamkin, Casualties of War. I could take a Stirring Wildwood again for more fixing. I could take a Planeswalker. Garrett can help reset the Birthing Pod loops. I have enough 3s. I have some 2s. I'm gonna take this card. I just want to make sure I have 2s. I think if I was feeling a bit more risky, the green-white tap duel would be really nice in this deck, but I can't risk not having the chain go up. And this card's, it's a fine aggressive card. So what do we want? Another 6 would be good. I'll probably put Vanifar in the deck. Why not? I think it's bad, but I guess I have to prove why it's bad. And can it be found with a Recruiter? I guess the fact that it can get hit off Imperial Recruiter means it's pretty decent. And here we can take Llanowar Elves, Giver of Runes. Dragonlord Atarka is another sweet top end card if we can get more 6s. But I think I want to take the Elves over the Giver. Abbot of Carol Keep. Oh, this pack is so good. Wow. Abbot's a great 2. I have good 4s and 5s and 3s. I guess I take Abbot. It's a good card. Here we have, Revelark? Revelark is absurd. Take that. Can we get a 6? Wait, yeah, Revelark makes this deck actually quite consistent now because Revelark Prime Speaker is something that I'm down for. Green Sun Zenith can grab Prime Speaker. It's not that great. I could play a random Mana Tithe or Shadow Skull Smashing. I'm gonna take the Tithe. How could I not take Mana Tithe there? Here we can take Steve. This deck looks sweet. Siege Gang versus Elvish Mystic. I'm gonna take a Siege Gang. Rampaging Ferocidon, the best combo with Siege Gang. Okay, I mean, every single card we took was playable. That's not surprising because we took cards in every color, but we need to make so many cuts now. 33, because normally I would just like run a 60 card Birthing Pod deck, but I feel like this deck actually has a chance of being kind of decent. So I want to try and make it good. We also have a lot of sideboarding. So Arbor Elf, Kithian, or no-goes. I think Mother of Runes is good. Eidolon is pretty bad. Our other 2s are pretty nice. Vryn Wingmare, I think I can get rid of for now. And at this point, honestly, I might just cut Elishnorn because it's unlikely we're going to pod into it. Jace seems probably too hard to cast. Like, double blue is just never happening in this deck. Legionnaire, I'll bring in matchups where I want to be more aggressive, but I just want to try the full pod value deck first. Revelark, well, I mean, Revelark Siege Gang is awesome. Birthing Pod goes here. My 3s are good. I maybe have too many 5s. I think I'm actually going to get rid of the dragon. Although the treasure tokens are quite nice. And this is a good top end card. But like we have all this Revelark value that I would be missing out on. So we're deciding, I think I'm just going to decide to go for value instead of good cards because this is way more fun, like doing these things. Zealous Conscripts is an excellent card to pot into. Like Daredevil, Abbott can hit lands, Freebooter's okay. Hollow Blade is kind of awkward, so I could cut it. I only have 4 2-drops then, but that's plenty, I think. And then I just run all of these. So I think I run Library. I have enough like 1-drops. This is one of each color right now. So I have an island, I have Steam Vents, and I have only 2 blue cards. Right now I can get blue with 1, 2... Oh, with Prismatic Vista, I probably just want an island. So right now, let's count the mana. Windswept Heath cannot get red. Verdant Catacombs also can't get red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red sources is actually good. Black sources we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. That's pretty good. White we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white is plenty. Green we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can this get green? No. If I could, I should add 1 more green. I think I'm adding green at the expense of blue. This makes Vanifar a lot worse. I think Vanifar is already bad, but should I just not play Vanifar? No, I have Recruiter, Revelark. I can get it back. We can do some things. We're gonna try the deck like this. We have all the colors except for blue. Is there any other color? Can I get rid of like a plains or something? Or maybe I cut Creeping Tar Pit for an island? Because I have plenty of black. And that actually gives me more blue sources because Vista can hit it. Is there another card I can get rid of Raging Ravine for a mountain or something? Alright, we'll run it like that. See you guys round 1. Alright, we're on the play against Angry Obi. Let's go first. Oh, this hand is not gonna work. This hand seems good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. What am I getting rid of? Because I think the lack of duels in my deck makes this really awkward. I guess I get rid of Chupacabra. Because I have Scrubland and Steam Vents, and I think that's the only duels in the deck. So I think Windswept Heath is going to grab... I don't think it matters. But I need to draw a lot of things for this hand to come together. Let's fetch a forest. Oh, I do have Savannah. Alright, I might as well get that one in before Sundering Titan. But yeah, I need blue source or red source, and then our hand is unlocked. If we draw Birthing Pod, we can start going off that way. They kill my Llanowar Elves. That's not the end of the world. Okay, I do draw red, so let's Verdant Catacombs for Scrubland to thin my deck, and now I can recruit her for whatever I need. Probably Kitchen Finks, depending on what they're playing. Okay, never mind. They're more controlling. Yeah, we get Scrubland. Ooh, Revelark is incredible. I could get Sakura Tribuilder to get blue. Wow, there's so many options here. Avalanche Riders is tempting with Revelark. Abbott can help us hit lands. Sakura Tribuilder is the safest pick. Not sure what to get. I think we're gonna play it safe. Just get a Steve. Because I think setting up for Muldrifter into Revelark is gonna be a really good line. And having all of our colors to work with I think is gonna be nice. Opponent does nothing. I'm a bit worried about Through the Breach Emrakul. Kolaghan's Command on upkeep maybe? Ooh, that's brutal. Okay. Well iced. Ooh, I guess ice makes sense there, but that really hurts actually. It's fine. We're just gonna draw an island and just jam Muldrifter, and everything will work out. Opponent's playing this on tap, which tells me... Well, that's a bit weird. I guess they don't have other lands in hand. Oh, are we playing in Storm? I'm trying to think why else you would run Lotus Petal. Alright, 6 mana. What do you got? Rakdos return for... Oh, no. Yikes. That's pretty disgusting. We did draw the Finks. That was a good top deck. They have 2 cards in hand. I'm assuming they're spells. Birthing Pod is a good draw. Unfortunately, Revelark is in the graveyard, which I don't love to see. Oh, do I just die to Sneak Emrakul now? Ashen Rider hitting Finks. They hit green. And then when it dies, they also exile. Ashen Rider Sneak is good too. They hit my land again. Okay. Well, it worked out. They kill my Phyrexian Rager, but if they don't have another card to sneak into play, they are dying pretty quickly. Okay, Lava Claw means they can block. Well, I mean, we play the forest. Hit them for 4. They can hit me for 1, 2, 3. They can hit me for 4, but I'm winning that race. Okay, Treasure Cruise is a bit scary. Alright, they decided to Mind Twist me for 1. Goodbye, Phyrexian Rager. And then they sneak. If they just put an Emrakul... Oh, Zealous Conscripts. They hit me for 6. That's a good play because now I'm dead to Conscripts plus Lava Claw. Oh no, but they lose their Conscripts. Wait, this is actually fine. Because I can hit them for 3. Lava Claw Reaches can attack me for exactly lethal. So I guess if they have a kill spell from my Imperial Recruiter... I guess I attack with Imperial Recruiter and then hold back the Finks to block. Because then if they don't do anything, I can swing with both and have lethal. No, because then they block with... Wait, this is hard. If I swing with both, I'm dead on board. If I swing with the Finks, I can chump with the Recruiter, but then I don't have lethal, and I'm just chumping. If I swing with the Recruiter, I think this sets me up the best. This also plays around a kill spell on Kitchen Finks, but they're tapping more mana than just Lava Claw Reaches activation, so... Goldspan Dragon kills me next turn. And they can block, activate Lava Claw Reaches to block with. I'm trying to think if I have anything I can draw to get out of this. No. Yeah, because they could actually sack this for black and block with Lava Claw. So no matter how I attacked last turn, it wasn't changing. So they have Sneak Attack. I have Night of Autumn and Kitesail Freebooter to deal with that. So I think we just keep it as is. I'm running back. The discard is something that I need to play around, but I think they did not play around Mana Tithe with Rakdos Return, even though they easily could have, so that's in my favor. They also have Mind Twist. Maybe I should get rid of some of the expensive cards and go cheaper. We'll see. Wow, these hands are terrible. Mulligan this. Library Mana Tithe. I'm on the play, so I'm gonna have to skip a draw. Right, 7 down to 6. Library puts me down to 5. I don't think it's worth skipping a draw, so I'm just gonna bottom library. I need all this other mana. Let's go Plains. Bloodstained Mire is probably gonna grab Steam Vents. And we know we have an opponent who doesn't want to play on Tithe, so... Elves, I don't think I can cast. I don't think I have black-green or red-green dual lands. So we're just gonna pass. Grab Steam Vents. Fetch. Yeah. Siege Gang is nice too, so... Black Leaf Cliffs. I think I have to go off Mana Tithe for one turn here to play Recruiter. What is this guy even gonna grab? I'm feeling a Mole Drifter. Yeah. Just getting more cards will be useful. Hopefully they don't do anything too crazy this turn and then I can Mana Tithe them. Yeah, okay, because I can tie the Sneak Attack. I need to draw an untapped land though. Otherwise I don't really feel too comfortable evoking this Mole Drifter, so I'm just gonna pass. Because if they just go land Sneak, I guess I can Knight of Autumn it? Okay, Lotus Petal's fine. Oh, well, I get to do this. Then they have to pay for it, and then I can Knight of... Oh, I can't Knight of Autumn. I need to draw a green. Alright, deck. Untap green. Please. Ah, that really sucks. Evoke. They're really, really punishing me here. Well, if it's not, like, Emrakul, we can still do things. So that's good. Opponent did sequence properly to play around Mana Tithe, because they could have just played Lotus Petal after. But if it's like just Ashen Rider, they can't really stop me, because they can hit Llanowar Forest, but then I can just go Savannah Knight of Autumn the Sneak Attack. I'm also seeing like no black sources. As long as it's not Emrakul. Tarka's not too bad. Okay, I take 8. The question is now, I guess, do I want to kill the Sneak Attack? Because if they could have snuck more things in, they would have. There's the library. I think I do just play the Knight. It's the safest thing to just kill Sneak Attack while I can. And then next turn we have Inferno Titan. If they Time Twister, I have Library active. They can play the Dragon, which would be annoying. Which is clearly what they have. Can I race the Dragon? I don't even know. I take 4. It's such a good card. Opponent also has Chain Lightning. Savannah. Attack them for 2. Yeah, I'm probably just dead to like Zealous Conscripts. Question is, do I even have lethal with Inferno Titan? I can play the Titan. That puts him down to 13. And then next turn, I attack for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So actually, if they do nothing, I have exactly lethal with the Titan. But the like most likely play is just Zealous Conscripts, Inferno Titan, and I die. It's just bad draw order sequencing for me. If I had drawn my green... Ooh, they don't have Zealous Conscripts. That's good. They have like a bajillion mana though. They can cast Ashen Rider with the treasures, which would be a problem. Okay. Ooh, and a Revel Arc. Let's just attack, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I do have lethal. We're gonna go for that first. They have 1 card in hand. Pump. I guess I'll move to blockers. Pump. What do you got, opponent? Yeah, we did it! Take that, Tubby Dragon, as much as I like you. Okay. Dragon Lord Atarka, Goldspan Dragon, like flying. I mean, this card in particular has been my bane. I don't know how much Mother of Runes really matters in this matchup. Maybe I cut Mom and add Vryn Wingmare, because it's pretty good against their deck, like some draws. I don't hate it. Like, my deck's all creatures, so maybe Wingmare should probably just be in the main deck anyway. So this hand is good. It's quite slow. I think I do keep it. It's not great, but if I draw lands in the proper orders, I can set up Vryn Wingmare into like Avalanche Riders. And I can Direfleet Daredevil of Faithless Looting if I really need to. Whoa. Okay, that's something. Phyrexian Rager. So right now I'm not sure what I'm going to get with Prismatic Vista, so we're just going to wait. I might just play, depending on how bad their hand appears to be, I might just play Direfleet Daredevil. Oh, I have to play this. They can play this looting if they want to, but I need this tapped land. Okay, flashback looting is fine. We can probably fetch up a white and cast Vryn Wingmare. That'll slow down any Lotus Petal sneak attack shenanigans they might have. And their hand is clearly limited on mana, so I think Vryn Wingmare will help. Because then if I draw another land, I get to Avalanche Riders. Yeah, I can Rakdos Return later, I guess, will be good. Yeah, Plains into the Wingmare. And then hopefully top deck a land to Avalanche Riders their island. Or swamp, I'm not sure. Probably island, I'm more scared of like Treasure Cruise. Simic Signet, I don't like it. Land, Revelark. Alright, what am I doing here? Imperial Recruiter. Don't have any black mana. I can get Knight of Autumn. I think it's really Knight of Autumn versus Sakura Tribal there. I think I'm gonna get Steve. Our deck has not been kind in allowing us to draw lands. Ah, they just jam Sneak Attack now and we feel really sad that I didn't get the creature that kills enchantments. Okay, it's just a T-Cruise. That'll be useful for Direfleet Daredevil later. They play land. Mox Ruby. Oh boy. This is unfortunate, but I think we're still gonna hopefully be okay after this because we get to go Steve. I can't Avalanche Riders, otherwise I would definitely be doing that. We get to play Steve and then Mox Ruby for 1 mana and sacrifice Steve and then set up for good things in the future. Is this just a Mind Twist for 1 million? No, they've had Sneak Attack like every game. We'll see what they have. Tarka killing all of my creatures. Pretty good. It's not the end of the world though. Sacrifice this for probably black mana. Yeah, we'll get black. And just hope they don't have another sneak. Okay, they don't have anything else good to sneak in this turn at least. I have Mana Tithe? That doesn't really help. Let's just cast Revelark. If they kill Revelark, I get back good stuff. Mana Tithe doesn't really stop them against sneak attack. I guess it's good if they Rakdos Return my hand. Oh, please don't have Rakdos Return. They sneak another thing. Ashen Rider? Okay. Ashen Rider hits Raging Ravine. That cuts off my green, but I can get back Sakura Tribal there if I want to. They ice my Revelark? See Rexark tap. Oh, do they have Kiki Jiki as well? I'm just like super dead. Yeah, this is the thing. This is like why people like sneak attack. When you draw it, it's absurd. But if you don't draw sneak attack, not that good. Because then you're just left with like Ashen Rider, Dragonlord Atarka in hand. That goes away. Then they get rid of my plains maybe? My swamp, okay. And it's exile, so I can't even use it to cast Treasure Cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're still a bit away. I can't really cast anything, so we pass turn. They have another sneak attack results, conscripts, sure. The benefit here is that Rakdos Return... I was going to say if they have Rakdos Return for lethal, I could Mana Tithe it. But we just need to draw lands. Head of Autumn can't even cast. I do get to discard a card. What card do I most want to get back with Revelark? Knight of Autumn game's 4. I mean, I'm just dead to Zealous. I'm dead to so much. I guess probably Muldrifter is the least likely one for me to cast. Alright, tap all the way out for Rakdos Return. Splinter Twin, yeah, alright. Just rough games. Just rough draws. Like, where were my lands? I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 lands in the top half. Wow, this is gonna be a rough game. Oh my gosh. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Steinway DK. I'm gonna keep this hand on the draw. We have Steve into white for Mana Tithe or Midnight Reaper, depending on what we end up drawing. Midnight Reaper, Sakura Tribal is a cool combo. Draw some cards. It's not the ideal hand, but it's fine. And my opponent mulliganed and has a Wandering Fumarole. We draw Savannah. Turn 1 Mom seems better than Mana Tithe. And they don't have a way to kill her, okay? And we draw Swamp. Wow, everything's going pretty well. And given that, I think I'm just gonna hold up Mana Tithe. If they play Jace the Mind Sculptor or something, I'm gonna be really happy that I counter it, or whatever this is. Boros Signet I won't counter. Evoked Muldrifter. I think I will counter that. They only have 2 cards left in hand. I'm gonna be sad if they play like a big Teferi, but I get to get down a Midnight Reaper with Mother of Rune's protection here. I guess I'll play Mountain, play the Reaper. And now it'll be hard for them to like play any planeswalkers. Wrath of God, I draw 2 cards, which isn't too bad. Next turn I can play Steve into Abbot of Carol Keep, or the other way around, I guess. Although, I probably want to wait until I have 3 lands out so I can play Birthing Pod. Wow. Balance? Yikes. Alright, well, that's pretty brutal. I lose all my creatures. I draw 2 cards after this, which is good. I think I'm just going to keep Sakura Tribal there because it gives me mana of any color. But balance was good there, that's for sure. Mox Ruby Island. Okay. Well, okay, that's a lot of land. We're gonna fetch with this, and I guess we'll play around Mana Leak here. I feel a bit silly keeping Sakura Tribal there, but how was I supposed to know I was drawing only like mana? Now Fumarole becomes kind of an issue. I kind of want to keep this in play so that I can have Birthing Pod outs. Karn is a big deal, so maybe not waiting for Birthing Pod. Get 1 Rand Dynamo versus Wear Tear. I guess we'll give them Wear Tear on the hopes that they kill my Mox Ruby before I Birthing Pod. Exactly. Okay, because I don't need that. They have no cards in hand. So let's fetch to Thin, getting double black. And we're not going to fetch with Steve because we want to draw Birthing Pod. Kitchen Finks is also fine. Play the island. Attack Karn for 1. Chandra versus Gilded Lotus. I think now I'm going to give them Gilded Lotus. It's a lot of mana, but they're probably playing Wildfire too. Their deck is sweet. Birthing Pod. Library, gotcha. They drew Vendilion Click? Oh gosh. Alright, well Birthing Pod wouldn't have even worked. Play Library, attack Karn with both. They do at least trade. Now they can get Chandra and kill Kitchen Finks if they want. And here's again where Vannifar is pretty rough, right? Like, I guess we'll see what they get. Yeah, they get Chandra. Because Vannifar, if I play her, I have to wait a whole turn to activate her. And they just kill her. Like, it's not great. Okay, they get Ancestral Vision, which is a bad hit. I take 2. Zealous Conscript. Stealing Chandra would also be pretty good at some point. Honestly, Raging Ravine is not terrible. I cannot attack because Wandering Fumarole can block. This deck is very bipolar with whether it wants me to draw lands or spells. They top deck Thirst for Knowledge? Okay. Well, my opponent's due to draw lands because they only have 4 in play after drawing 20 cards. Wow. Well, that's so much artifact mana. You can have an island. The other option was Mox Sapphire. Their deck is really, really good. This is one of the best balanced decks I've ever seen. They have Zealous Conscripts. They just have Kiki Jiki? Okay. They take Steve, so we sack this. Getting, I guess, green. Because I want to make sure I can Raging Ravine. Ooh, that was actually a good draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't Avalanche Riders and Raging Ravine, but in Avalanche Riders... Actually, is that a good draw? If I Raging Ravine, they can double block. Right, this becomes a 4-4. Yeah, I think it's fine to just play this. I guess I'll hold up Library here. Cast this. Kill Wandering Fumarole. They get the Monolith untapped. I can move to combat and attack something. I don't know how useful that really is, but I think it's fine. We'll just attack Chandra with both. Oh, they get Control Magic. They could take Avalanche Riders if they want to. Honestly, it's not the worst idea. Whoa, are they getting Thran Dynamo? Oh, they get Mox Sapphire. Why do they need so much? Do they just have Wildfire? Or that seems like a weird card to grab here. It looks like they do have Wildfire. Upheaval? Oh, they have Upheaval. Yikes. I think I'm just going to concede to this. Yeah, I'm not beating this. Sick deck. Really good deck from the opponent. That balance really did us in. I don't have much to sideboard. Season Hollowblade, they had 2 Planeswalker, Eidolon of Obstruction, I mean. I think Vryn Wingmare is good. I like that. And Mother of Runes doesn't seem too great against balance and upheaval and things. So we'll just Vryn Wingmare and hope we can catch him off guard. Let's do this. Ooh, Library on the play seems good. Now they can't balance us out of the game at least. Do that. So we're gonna have to, I guess, not discard, right? I draw. And I don't really want to hit more lands, so we'll play this and pass. They play Signet. I'm going to fetch and scare them. And then just grab Savannah. Mana Tide there would have been huge. Draw update. Oh, the goose! That was an incredible draw. So I can go forest, draw, gilded goose, make a thing. They play a planeswalker. Chandra killing goose would be disgusting. I don't know how I can really compete against this deck. I'm playing only creatures and they're playing balance, planeswalkers, and stuff. Let's draw for turn. Birthing Pod was excellent. Let's just play Mountain, draw a card, Birthing Pod. Get that one down. That plays around balance and removal and things. I think I was supposed to play a Swamp actually, because I kind of want to pod into Zealous Conscripts to kill Chandra, but I guess we'll see what happens. Tezzeret the Seeker. Okay, if they uptick, no, they downtick. Oh no, what is this? They have Zealous What? Ugh. Alright, I don't even know why they kept that in. Although, I guess I can wear with Direfleet Daredevil, so that's pretty good actually. Yeah, that's not too bad. Losing Birthing Pod sucks though. We go Swamp, draw, Direfleet Daredevil. We wear the Basalt Monolith. Pass turn. There goes all their mana generation. And here's where Vannifar is just so bad. Like what is it going to do in this position? I almost want to like discard it so that I can get it back with Revel Arc. That seems more reasonable. Well, I don't like whatever's happening over here. Okay, Muldrifter's okay. They can untap Azorius Signet and go for Vendilion Click. They can also zero Tezzeret to get a Mox Sapphire. Yeah, that makes more sense. Ooh, main phase Thirst. Suspend Ancestral, okay. We're really digging for a Mox. That helps us against Upheaval a bit. Kitchen Finks is pretty bad. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can like Abbot plus Vannifar. I can just play Gonti. What do I want to do here? I can just play Revel Arc. Revel Arc is kind of not the best insurance against Upheaval this turn, but it'll be good next turn. I kind of want to play Gonti, so let's play Vista and fetch a Swamp if I have one. I don't, so I can't play Gonti. Kitchen Finks Phyrexian Rager is not the worst combo. Let's attack Tezzeret and see what happens there. They almost certainly chump block. Okay. I mean, this makes balance just much scarier. But it is what it is. Let's start with Phyrexian Rager. I guess I have to tap like this. There's the conscripts. Okay, I mean, that's going to be good next turn. Just hoping for no... I mean, even Upheaval here is just good. So we gotta dodge Upheaval and balance, and they've seen half their deck, so it's pretty likely they have something. Like, it just... You tap these, you untap them with Tezzeret, add mana off Chandra, cast Upheaval. Yeah, that seems to be what's happening. Oh, Wildfire. Not as bad. I mean, I do lose quite a bit. Sacrifice 4 lands. Get to keep my Kitchen Finks. Wildfire could be worse. Let's see. I have Steam Vent, so I don't need blue. Library can help me out of this. I kind of want to keep that, so I just sacrifice Forest, Mountain, Swamp, I guess? And we just need to get up to 5 land to deal with their Planeswalkers. If they don't have a blocker, they have 5 mana? 6 mana? Conscripts. They only have 1 card in hand, which they can cast. Oh my gosh, what a turn. What a turn. Wow, that was disgusting. Alright, well, let's draw. Play Soccer Tribuilder. I mean, I still have a shot at this, but that was absurd. Wildfire, and to use all of your mana perfectly with both Planeswalkers. Not something you see every day. I think there is exactly 1 basic land left in my deck, and it's a yeah, 1 basic and it's a Plains, so we want to sack Steve right away. A lot of non-basics, though. So the worst thing they can draw for me is balance. They just draw land, though, which means I guess they can attack with Fumarole. They hit a land off Chandra. Down to 12, that's pretty low, so they activate Fumarole. I block the 4 and take 3. Get the 1 land left in my deck. The 1 basic, anyway. Oh, there's 2. Do I want double white for anything? No, but do I want double green for anything? No. So I guess white lets me mana tithe for some reason. I was gonna say any untapped land there would be great. Tapped land is pretty rough. I could play Revelark. I think I actually die. 1, 2, 3. That's 7. I'm very close to just being dead. I needed an untapped land. Let's library. Oh, oh, that's brutal. I drew all the cards in the wrong order these games. I can Abbot, and then if I hit a land, I can do something. An untapped land? Come on, God. Oh, man. Okay, well, I can crack my food. But that we drew... Oh. Drew all the cards in the wrong order. The question is, can we hold out until they're about to Chandra Ultimate so that we can steal their Chandra and ult? Oof, Gilded Lotus is pretty big. I feel like they don't actually want to cast that, though. They have oh, God. There's no way I'm winning this. That's... That's so disgusting. I'll keep these, I guess. I lose my entire hand. Yeah. This is, I think, one of the worst possible matchups. Wildfire is good against creature decks, and my mana balance is just... If I had drawn any untapped land and I could have played Revelark, I could play around almost all of this. But as it currently stands, there's really no hope. I can't think of a card now that would get me out of this because Conscripts is gone. Crack of food. I'll just take 7. Yeah, alright. GG's. One of the worst matchups. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Red Wiz 1. We're on the draw. This hand looks fine. We could draw Birthing Pod, which would be good. I can Thoughtseize. Honestly, I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to lead on the Goose because that lets me cast Kitesail Freebooter next turn. And oh, yeah, I definitely want to cast Kitesail Freebooter next turn. I mean, I could just be dead here. They just have Exhume. They really? We even have interaction. Like the one piece. Oh, don't hit. No. Okay. Not great, but fine, I guess. Losing Revelark always is rough. It's like our best way to come back from things. So here we can add... We play this. We can add black. Cast the Freebooter to see what's going on. Futuredent, Grim Monolith, Bone Shredder. Alright, I take that. I guess they're just gonna cast Bone Shredder, so there's... I don't know why it revealed them twice. Futuredent, Bone Shredder, Bazaar. I guess they need a land to draw Bone Shredder. Activate Bazaar. I mean, yeah, they just hit any reanimate and we're in trouble. They discard Putrident, Bone Shredder, and Inkwell. Alright, their hand is vastly different than when we saw it, but we did take Grim Monolith, which helps. I cannot cast Gonti this turn, but I can next turn. Because I need the Goose to make a food. I also need Magic Online to not lag so I can play my land. But actually though, let me play my land, please. Okay, finally, there we go. Attack for this. Then we're going to make a food and hopefully we can draw... We can hit like Reanimate off Gonti. And then take their Gristlebrand. Bazaar is a sweet card though. Mana, as long as... I prefer Exhume to Animate Dead. Exhume at least gives us like a Siege Gang or something. Yeah, Animate Dead is rough. I can still hit answers to this. But then they'll have a handful of answers, so we're probably just dead here. Ooh, we might just be dead anyway. Blowstrider, okay. Blowstrider protects Gristlebrand from exile effects. Let's Goose to make a food. Let's fetch to get black-white. And I think Gonti has more chance of being good. Show me what you got. Heartless Act, Valky, Yawgmoth, Living Death. I mean, Heartless Act can kill Gristlebrand. So I guess that. I can do it now and hit them for 1. That feels probably worth it. They do get to scry, but I'm not too worried about them scrying. And like, we get to find out if they have Shallow Grave, Recurring Nightmare, and things like that, but my best shot feels like killing that, them not having anything. Put it to the bottom, and just like hitting them for damage. Because if they Exhume, I have Siege Gang, and then they can't actually... Yeah, we can probably play around Exhume with Siege Gang. Because if they pay life, then they're in trouble. Ugh, yeah, Recurring Nightmares, we can't beat that though. How we draw the swamp? Attack with Gonti. Use trade. I don't know if that was even a good idea. It's one less Recurring Nightmare creature. Their deck is spicy though. We play Swamp. We cannot cast Muldrifter, but we will be able to next turn. And I guess Zealous Conscripts is now are out. Actually, yeah, Zealous Conscripts, now that Woe Strider is gone, Zealous Conscripts could be good. When it hits us for 7, I will take it. Okay, they draw down to 5 cards in deck. And then they play Wormcoil, okay? They can't really activate Bazaar because, like, it's possible we deck them. Tide of Autumn can kill the Wormcoil? I think I can do, no, yeah, I think I could do both. Sack this at blue. 1, 2, 3, we evoke the Muldrifter, or I just cast it because it's another blocker for Gristlebrand. I actually kind of like just casting it as a blocker. We draw Mountain. I can play Tide of Autumn to gain life, which I kind of like doing. Because we're just here to outlast them, right? And gaining life gives me an extra Gristlebrand hit. Is there any point in attacking? I'm not blocking, so we'll attack. Kind of holding out for now. We can Birthing Pod. I cannot Birthing Pod into Zealous Conscripts, but we're close. We can Gilded Goose to gain life that way too. They have Dismember for my Muldrifter. They go to 4 life. I block with Knight on Wormcoil. And they can probably just Recurring Nightmare Wormcoil Engine. I'm probably just dead to that. Oh, they have their own freebooter. That's fine. That doesn't do anything. I was about to say Revelark would be a good draw, but I don't have I don't have that access. They play Nightmare, sack Wormcoil, bringing back. I think Inkwell makes the most sense. It hits hard. They agree. Alright, deck. I don't even know what I can hit, but something. Chupacabra definitely helps. It's one less giant flyer attacking us. We pass. Opponent swings out, so we can block here with the goose. Can double block the lifelink token and then chump block this worm and take 7. Not great, but I'll do it. Play the Nightmare. Interesting. I don't know if going for Gristlebrand is correct there. I feel like you want to go Worm for Wormcoil and then sacrifice Wormcoil for Gristlebrand. It just gives you more creatures. Alright, let's make a food. Whoa, wait a second. That is pretty good, maybe. Maybe. Animate Dead. Oh, I can't cast any of the reanimation spells. Living Death is also gone, because that would be really good. But I exiled that somewhere. Has potential, but I don't think it's gonna get there. I can. They have a full hand as well. I keep forgetting 7 cards in hand. So Minotauric doesn't do anything. I cannot animate Dead off Direfleet. So it's just Heartless Act or Dismember. Alright, Direfleet, Heartless Act, the Gristlebrand. And this is why them like not sacking Wormcoil could come back to hurt them. Yeah, if I could get Animate Dead, this would be so good. I have cast their Heartless Act twice now. Kill this. I think I'm still dead on board though. Maybe not. 7. I am dead on board. Right, I block here and here. I take 5 and then I die. Right, I sack the food. Yeah. That was close though. I mean, despite them reanimating fairly quickly, I think we fought pretty hard. I was gonna draw the lowly Vanifar and not have anything. There's the conscripts. Alright, Reanimator. How do I feel about this? I feel like Vryn Wingmare is good against them. Mother of Runes lets me block forever, so I do like that. I mean, I have yet to activate a Birthing Pod or Vanifar because everyone's just killing me so quickly. Just bad luck mostly. Gonti is fine. I guess maybe Siege Gang is the weakest link here. Mostly just with it costing 5. I mean, this is Library into Llanowar Elves with a freebooter backup, so hard to do too much better. Unless they have Inquisition, okay? If I draw Black Source, I probably just have to freebooter. I mean, they could easily just have Entomb Putrid Imp. Alright, well I didn't draw it, so we draw. Play Forest into Llanowar Elves. And we're hoping to hit black mana for freebooter. And I can Vanifar next turn too, which would be good. But if they just have Animate Dead, Gristlebrand, sure. Okay, they didn't have anything. We draw Revelark. So the question is, do I want to play Vanifar? Or do I want to just draw off Library? I think I'm going to draw off Library. I have a lot of good 3s. Yeah, like that. Let's play Savannah. Play Birthing Pod. They have Entomb? Come on! Ugh. Okay, they're gonna get Gristlebrand. I can play Vannifar and pod Vannifar into Zealous Conscripts. Zealous Conscripts the Gristlebrand, but I don't have a way to then sacrifice the Gristlebrand afterwards. So let's just hope it doesn't come to that. Were they Living Death? Oh gosh, that's even worse because then I don't have the mana. No! Now I don't even have the mana to do that. Alright, we're pretty much dead now. I still might go this whole game without activating a birthing pod ever. Although, with Living Death in their graveyard, hitting a Kitesail freebooter into Living Death is definitely an option. Oh, if they had Animate Dead, Knight of Autumn would be good. Okay, I can Knight of Autumn into a Ravenous Chupacabra. So we're gonna start there, play this untapped. There's still hope for us. And then we can Chupacabra into a Zealous Conscripts. Gain 4 life. Use this. They know what's coming. Chupacabra. Killing that. They've already used Dark Ritual. Now the question is, do they want to pay 7 and draw 7 more? Because then they die to Zealous Conscripts. Okay. We might be doing this. The one time I activate Birthing Pod, it might win me a game where my opponent turned 3 to Gristlebrand. Maybe. I don't know what they have in their deck, but they have a million cards in hand, so I think my best draw is a Black Source, because then I can freebooter before I pod. Okay. I don't care about any of those. Chupacabra is a bit rough to lose, because now I guess I could just play Vannifar. Or Revelark. I mean, just casting Revelark here would be good. Alright, deck. Land. Abbot of Carroll Keep. So that can go... What are my 3 drops? Let me check. We have Imperial Recruiter, Phyrexian Rager, so I can play Abbot, pot it away. I think honestly just casting Vannifar is the safest. Although Abbot can hit a land, which would let me freebooter. Basically Vannifar guarantees that I can Zealous Conscripts next turn. But if they kill Vannifar, I'm like pretty lost. If I Abbot, I'm likely to hit stuff. I think I'm just gonna cast Vannifar. We'll see if this card can serve as a generic 4 mana creature. This game's getting really intense because MTGO is lagging so badly. So it's like there's so much, like you can see this wheel of spinning death. So there's just so much time waiting between each play because I have no idea what they could do. I've seen most of their deck. If they just go like Creature Recurring Nightmare, that'll be good. Oh wow, opponent just Vampiric Tutors on upkeep, down to 4. Their life total's so low. Animate Dead. They have 2 mana available. Oh, they just get Wormcoil. Okay. As long as they don't kill Prime Speaker, we'll be okay. They have Dismember. Okay. Oh, I was gonna hit a land off Abbot too. I feel like just casting Revelark is probably where I want to be. Have a swamp. Casting this. They can Recurring Nightmare. They're gonna go up to 7. They're fighting well, I mean, and Inferno Titan's in my graveyard, so I cannot actually get anything off of Revelark Pod, but I can just use Birthing Pod to sacrifice it if I need to. Because I will block here. Get back. Is this sacrifice or exile? Sacrifice. So I definitely want Prime Speaker Vannifar. I guess I do just want to get Chupacabra. That dies, they get 2 tokens, they can Recurring Nightmare. Which I can get the Recurring Nightmare with Kitesail Freebooter. As long as they don't leave it in play. Or maybe they don't have Recurring Nightmare. Okay, now they definitely do. Wow, that's a lot of tutors. This is a tough matchup. They Nightmare, what do they get? If they get Gristlebrand, I think I can win. They get Wormcoil, okay. So I can pod away the Chupacabra into Zealous Conscripts. Steal the Wormcoil engine and swing with Wormcoil, and that'll end up leaving them with no creatures in play at the end of this. That does use my one-shot Zealous Conscripts, but I think it's probably my best option at this point. So let's lead with Kitesail Freebooter. I think I want to see what's going on over there. Oh right, I could just take Recurring Nightmare. Oh, that's even better. It won't let me take the Recurring Nightmare. Alright, we will come back when it allows me to select this card. Okay, finally got it. Now we pod away. And I'm just gonna pay mana at this point, I think. We pot away the Chupacabra. We get Conscripts. Conscript steals the Worm Coil. We then attack them with Worm Coil Conscripts. And Prime Speaker, they block here. No, they don't die. They fall to 4 and then we sacrifice the Worm Coil. We don't get anything, but they also get nothing. And we know their hand, Valky, can become something, I guess. Bitter Blossom, Tybalt, Rebooter. Okay, we did it. I'm going to restart MTGO in case that's the reason for the lag. I kind of want Elish Norn, but we'll decide that when I come back. Okay, sideboarding time. What do we want? They just have so much stuff. Jace the Mind Sculptor does seem good, but I'm never getting double blue. Wait, didn't I side out Siege Gang Commander for something? Thought I did. I don't know why that's back to where it was. Goldspan is fine. I mean, I really do like the idea of Elish Norn after Inferno Titan, but if I have active Birthing Pod, I should probably just win. So we'll just do this. Now they know I have Zealot's Conscripts too, which is something I was hoping to get them by surprise with. I mean, it still did win the game. Wow, this hand's good. I'll keep this for sure. Do I want to play around him to Torok? A lot of things. I think I want to go with a turn 2 Vryn Wingmare. I want to cast Mox Ruby to play around him because I'd like to keep that card. And if they don't have it, they don't entomb end of turn. Vryn Wingmare will be pretty good, I think. Because they've had turn 1 entomb, I think, almost every game. Or it's at least been like in their opener. Come on! That's definitely something. But I don't know. Their hand, they have Vampiric Tutor, a bunch of tutors. They have Reanimate too? Alright, you got it. Oh man. Again, this is what their deck does. It's not like super unlucky, but they have had it a lot. Let's fetch up a White Source and Knight of Autumn. That'll at least slow them down. It also makes their life total pretty low. We want Scrubland because we already have green. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. See if they pay the life. They don't. Okay. They must have drawn something that they wanted off of those. Or they can Vampiric Tutor for something. Avalanche Riders into Vryn Wingmare might be pretty good though. Or Vryn Wingmare into Avalanche Riders even. As far as I'm aware, all of their reanimation is at 3 mana. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Vryn Wingmare to play around Dark Ritual into something. Ooh, Daredevil. No, that doesn't work. I can Vampiric Tutor if I want to. Attack for 2. Fountain. Vryn Wingmare, see if they cast a tutor. Because now Dark Ritual into Living Death or whatever costs 1, 2, then they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they would need an extra mana even after casting Dark Ritual to be able to go off. And then I'm going to Avalanche Riders after playing this Goose. So they would need Dismember into Dark Ritual, Living Death, or Living End, whichever one it is. Which is unlikely. They only have 6 cards in hand. And that's Dark Ritual, Dismember, Dark Ritual, Living Death. They actually have Dismember. Ugh. Yep, okay. They killed a Goose? What? Did they miss target? Wait, what? In what world do you target Goose there? I guess if you just have Necromancy. Okay, so now I guess maybe that makes sense. Yeah, I guess it makes sense to kill the Goose there. Land? Imperial Recruiter. So I can swing out and then Direfleet Daredevil Dismember the Gristlebrand. That will let them draw more cards though. And they could just hit Living Death at that point. I can play Imperial Recruiter and grab Mother of Runes. And then hope they can't draw an answer to Mom. Actually, yeah, because they can't reasonably swing this turn, right? They hit me for 7, they go up to 12. They can't really swing and pay life, I don't think. So Recruiter for Mom is good against all things except for Living Death, I think. Mother of Runes, play Mom. Last turn. And they would need specifically Dark Ritual into it. Then next turn I can do some things. Okay, it's an ambitious attack. I think it's a good attack. Oh, that actually hurts. Goes away until Valky leaves. I guess they take the Daredevil. Interesting. They take... Oh, Vanavar Woestrider is spicy. My own Vryn Wingmare. Hoisted by my own petard. Yeah, we Birthing Pod. And then I can't activate it, so we pass turn. They cannot gain life this turn, though, unless they have like 3 instant speed removal spells. Or 2 of them, I guess. And then if I draw any land, I can play Avalanche Riders and pot it into a Zealous Conscripts, which they have Woe Strider, I suppose, to stop. But yeah, they would need a lot. What? You have Languish? Okay, Languish it is. Didn't know about Languish. So I take 3. Any land and I win now. Wait, yeah, I win with any untapped land source. Putrid makes that... yeah, they can't block. Any untapped land and I win. Because I Avalanche Riders for Zealous Conscripts. Come on, deck. Untapped land. That's brutal. 1, 2, 3. So we can Midnight Reaper, go down to 4 life. Birthing Pod for Chupacabra on Gristlebrand. Is there any way I can win this turn? Daredevil can grab Dismember, Entomb, Vampiric. None of that matters, so yeah, I guess we just play the Reaper. That was a bold move from the opponent. We sack this. Draw a card. Oh, please don't be Chupacabra. Yeah, I could draw Chupacabra at this point, and then I... Oh my gosh. Well, now I'm dead. That went so wrong. And there's no way I would have said no if I could, but it's a must. That's unbelievable. All right, well, we tried. We had that game, I think, locked up if it wasn't forward. If I draw any land, I win. And if I don't draw Chupacabra as the only possible card I could hit off for Midnight Reaper, I win that game. Most likely. But, of course, both of those happened. Well, this ends the league. This was one of the most unlucky leagues I've ever played. I think the deck was sweet. We got to Birthing Pod a bit in this game. I'm probably going to put this round first. No, I won't. Let's go to the deck. We just got super unlucky in all these games. The deck was ambitious, right? Like, you don't play this if you're trying to like win 100% of the time, but I was expecting a little bit better showing than that. Vanifar was terrible. If it had haste, I'd probably play it, but it doesn't. The deck was sweet. Yeah. That's rough. Games like that are just really brutal when every possible thing goes wrong. See you guys next time, whenever.